Jeremy James and Richard, it just won't be
I mean,
Top Gear.
sometimes you're better
every
off.
comment is like that.
No, sometimes you're better off just killing your baby.
Yeah.
Kill your baby before someone else kills it, because that's a tough act to follow. It's not. I agree. It's just not going to work. So you got to move on. You're not going to find a replacement for it. Move on. Find another source of programming, or you should have just retained them, but you didn't. And you knew going into the decision to not retain Clarkson that this was a real possibility.
No, I agree, but I disagree in the fact that they know it's not going to be Top Gear, but the Top Gear has enough of a name to it that even if the triumvirate goes to Netflix with a show, we're still going to watch Top Gear on BBC. It might not be as good. It's not going to be the show. We're going to watch both. We're not going to not watch Top Gear.
I disagree. I'm not
really?
going to. No, I'm going to follow Hammond and Parks in the May.
I'll absolutely follow them, and
I'm done, because there's those of us that are also just loyal to them. And so,
but the North Koreans are royalty.
Yeah. No, well, what I'm saying is it's just like the Top Gear America. It's garbage.
It
garbage compared to the Clarkson Hammond Bay
BBC
Top Gear.
version, right?
But it's still not horrible, and it's still entertaining enough to watch. I'm not going to boycott Top Gear necessarily. If it's on, I'll watch it. But I think that's what they're banking on. They're banking on the fact that
what's the brand recognition?
People are still going to tune into
right.
it. It may not be the best, but they're still going to. They'll tune in. It's not going to be the number one revenue producer
right.
on the BBC.
It's still going to be
that's
going to
be taken over by Downton Abbey or something else like that. That's
Doctor Who.
Shake me in the
Doctor
thighs.
Who.
You know the best thing about Doctor Who is
when it's over.
Billie Piper. No, the blonde chick on there. Good lord.
She's actually.
I tried to watch an episode of that. It's horrible.
She's also on Penny Dreadful.
Actually, I would penny her dreadful.
Now, while we're talking about cars, this is interesting. There's a car that just set the world's record for acceleration. And Miggy, instead of surfing on your phone, this is actually
well,
your
I'm trying to
here.
get a caller to call in from the UK to enlighten us on his brilliance.
Why don't you work on the stories that you have in front of you that you're supposed to talk about? This is why we need interns to do this. You should have had Sancho do this. I haven't heard from him all show.
I thought Caleb would be, because Caleb is a very knowledgeable.
I got it pulled up.
May I?
I got it. Okay.
May I?
You may.
Let him finish.
You've already insisted. So.
Caleb Crispy. Caleb is a car guy. He's done the Dragon's Tail, correct?
Correct.
And you painted your car all magical.
It is magical.
Oh, it's tape.
That's a shout out to my buddy Scott DeMarco, by the way, who helped me out with that. He is listening right now. He also did a fantastic photo shoot that was submitted to PazMag and got a feature on it. So great work, Scott DeMarco. Thank you.
But this Königsberg is what called the Königsberg
Koenigsegg.
Koenigsegg.
Yeah, this thing is crazy.
Looks like a spaceship.
It does. It does. It's I love their cars. If you ever get a chance to look up a video how the doors work on them, instead of like your typical Lamborghini doors that kind of scissor up or your gull wing doors, they kind of do a scissor up, but they also kind of rotate out of the car at the same time. They're really neat the way they work. They've got some awesome engineering. But this thing just beat the world record for 0 to 300 kilometers, which is
186.
Yeah, 186.
It looks like a jet from the back. It's amazing looking car.
It went from 0 to 186 miles an hour in 11.92 seconds, and then back to 0 in another 6 seconds.
I mean, this car has got some really cool technology to it. Like you said, Caleb, these doors have better scissoring than some of the events I've seen on Chatterbait.
Hey, they have better scissoring than Mr. Slave and Mr. Carousel. Scissor me, Mr. Slave.
But yeah, I mean, it was like 12 seconds from 0 to 186.
Pretty much. It went from 0 to 186 back to 0 in less than 18 seconds.
And then the 0 to 60 is like 2.3 or something like that.
2.8.
Yeah.
Whatever, fast.
Retarded fast.
2.8 seconds.
Yeah. These cars are really neat. They don't get there's not many of them made, but they're fantastic. They were actually featured on Top Gear. When you look at the leaderboard for the cars they tested, they were the one that was about 2 feet long because they spelled it Koenigsegg, down the line. Yeah, they're fantastic.
They only
cars.
made like 5 or 6 of these things, and you know they're going to get snatched up. They're never going to be a production car, but you know they're going to get snatched up by like some uber wealthy guys, probably some Saudi oil prince or something like that. That's going to buy these things.
Parking in a garage.
So it's really impressive what technology can do. Now, one last story. I'm gonna cut one of these out, but we were talking about entertainments, and obviously Top Gear has a very cultural effect in entertainment. They've been around for a long time. One of the big entertainment phenomena we've experienced over the last few years here in the States has been the effect of the show Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad has garnered a lot of attention, a huge following.
Hey, no spoilers. I still haven't seen the last season.
Oh, I haven't watched any of them.
I believe they died in that last season.
I will say
I knew it.
Jon Snow is dead.
I did get into the.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I did get in. That's the Game of Thrones reference, but I did get into Better Call Saul, which is a spin-off for Breaking Bad. And I do
How
like
is
that
that?
show. It's pretty good.
Is it?
actually.
I need to watch that
I like
too.
it. But this Breaking Bad phenomena has boiled down into the American drug culture now. Not surprising, considering that's what the show is about. But in a drug raid of a dude that was making LSD, this was actually in Miami.
Ooh.
Okay, they found that he had sheets of acid that were embossed with the images of the characters from Breaking Bad. So
Oh,
you
no
had,
way.
Yeah, so you
Uh-oh,
had
we have a
the,
call coming in.
You had Walter White, you had Jesse, you had Saul, you had all these guys on the sheet of acid for Breaking Bad.
We have a call coming in.
I can't even hear the call coming in.
I couldn't either.
Can you hear us, caller? Caller?
I don't hear anything.
Oh my God!
You gotta change the codec.
Hold on, Gav. Hang on a second. I think that's Gav, the great Gav Cross. Audio settings. Oh, I did. Speaker USA. Gav Cross, are you on the line?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Mr. Cross, how are you, sir?
Good evening. How are you?
We are blessed by your presence, my friend.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm only phoning up with a question.
Fire it off.
I do not understand why in the 21st century Top Gear is popular. It is an embarrassing export from the UK.
You find the show to be embarrassing as a representation of UK culture?
Well, they are heinous racists.
Are you referring to the episode in Argentina specifically?
Any of them. They make jokes. They make jokes about Mexicans. They make jokes about Vietnamese. They are sexist.
I'm still failing to hear the problem.
Arrogant white men.
Now, Gavin, I have to ask you, with this comment that you're making, have you listened to our show? Because we tend to kind of toe the same kind of line there.
That is not true.
That is why I am here. Spreaker have asked me, because Spreaker is a European provision, and actually some of the things you say are very challengeable, but Spreaker is giving you a chance.
So they asked you to intervene with us on. They asked you on our behalf to intervene. Is that correct?
They've asked me to invite you into the 21st century.
So the 21st century is neutered in terms of being able to be bombastic and edgy? Is that what you're telling me?
It's about love. It's about love. You're missing out. It's about embracing kindness. It's about embracing diversity. Jeremy of Top Gear, the most hated man in the UK.
Tell us more about Jeremy. I want to hear all the goods.
Well, there's nothing good in the UK. That we had a party when Jeremy lost his job. There was a lot of celebration because it's only watched by Americans and ex-Germans that live in Brazil. Those are the two big demographics for Top Gear.
Must be doing well. It's the highest revenue producer for
now,
BBC.
Would this have anything to do with the Falklands by chance?
Well, obviously, I mean, what a shocking provocation that was. I mean, obviously, plainly, I'm talking to warmongers, so you won't see that. You'll be inured to it. We here in Britain, we're quite willing to hand over the Falkland Islands to the Argentinians, but the Americans won't let us because there's a sniff of oil, and we know what you are like with your petrol oil.
I don't know what that was. We're getting cross
Are you playing something from your phone over there?
It's entirely silent here.
Oh, Gav, hold on. I think one of our co-hosts is a big fan of said program.
No, two of your co-hosts are.
Well,
a big
two of the
fan.
co-hosts. I could give a flying F, Mr. Gav.
What does it appeal? What does it? I mean, they are sexist. They are racist. They are old
You
men.
just listed all of the appeals. Now, Gavin, what? I understand clearly you're, calling over from the UK. So, what town are you calling from?
I'm calling from a small town you may have heard of called Liverpool.
Okay, now if I understand British spelling correctly, then that town is spelled Liverpoolschoustershire, right? With the Worcestershire being silent, right? Isn't that how British towns are usually spelled?
Sorry, slow down. I don't understand your accent.
Our friend Stacy, our wonderful Stacy Cheese, who is related to
Lord
Stacy Cheese, blah, blah,
who's
blah.
from Worcester.
He's a blue blood, so he's probably disgusting, most likely. So he is from Worcester.
Worcester?
Yes.
Worcester.
Yes.
Well, of course, we being the home of the English language, we're a hybrid language. That's why this offensive racism confuses me, because we are all hybrids. We are all Saxons, Anglo-Saxons, Normans. Part of me is Viking, part of me is French. I wish part of me was Mexican.
Is it because you
now,
want
you're laughing for the wrong reason.
No, but I mean, I'm curious.
This
Is it
is
because you want to
horrific.
take naps while you work? Why do you want to be Mexican?
No, I'm actually laughing at a text I just received from Lord Cheese. He said, "Liverpool, you must be a thief then."
Wow. Gav, I would love for your educated, beautiful mind to get on the phone with Lord Stacy Cheese very soon.
Anytime. Listen, I'm telling you this. What hateful people we have in the world. So we have Liverpool that has given the world, let's think about this, culture, the Beatles. But still, the human condition will hate on that.
The only thing...
We won't hold it against you that the Liverpool gave us the Beatles. We won't hold that against you.
You know what? I won't. I will not hold it against you because I know Yoko Ono was not from there, and that was the mistake the Beatles had made initially.
All right, well,
Yoko Ono, what an amazing performance artist. What a superb artist. Blamed for this. No, this is wrong. Listen, chaps, has the notion of political correctness got to America yet? Where do you stand on that?
We're working on it.
I don't
What is
agree
it
with it at
to
all.
you?
I think political correctness sucks.
Why?
Have you listened to this show, man? There's
Yes,
no political
I
correctness
have.
to it at
I'm
all.
here to help you, to steer you. I want you to actually get listeners.
Oh, we have plenty of those.
Okay, but there's a wider audience of nice people out there.
That sounds dreadfully boring, Gav.
I like it, Gav. You know me.
Oh, please. You're just pandering at this point, maybe.
I happen to be a big fan of Mr. Cross and his show, Funny Looking
But you are
Live
not a
on
big
Spreaker.
fan of political correctness.
Well, I like to shake the world is what I like to do.
You like to shake
but
a few
I'm
other
also a
things,
pretty
too.
good I'm a pretty good fellow.
When you watch Chedarbait, you like to shake a
well,
few other
that
things.
that just happens.
And see, that wasn't politically correct.
That
to
just
say.
happens.
Well, Gavin, we have got to get to a commercial break, but we do appreciate you calling in from across the pond. Don't be a
Little
stranger, and we'll look forward to you counseling us further through our ethical morass that we're experiencing right now.
Well, I'm here to help, happy to help. You can be good people.
We can, but we'll probably choose not to be.
I'll work on it. I'm working. I'm the middleman, Gav. I am the middle bear in
Thank you.
Goldilocks' house. I'm going to do what I can.
You're
Well,
definitely a bear.
I'm reaching out. I'm holding my hand out to
Is this
you.
guy
Let's-
still here?
Oh, stop it, please. Oh my God, Gav,
Let's-
I am so sorry.
Let's hold. Let's hold.
Oh, all right, we got to go to a commercial break. All right, all you out there, if you're still listening after our PC movement that has been rejected, we'll be right back with you after this. Police Blotter coming up.
Comrade, are you a wealthy man like myself, afraid to commit a marriage, fearful you wind up in courtroom next to Heather Mills? You work hard all your life, why you should forfeit half of your rubles if it doesn't work out, huh? At Glorious 5-year plan, mail order brides, you will not have to pay arm and leg if marriage crumbles like Soviet Republic. My name is Boris Kuznetsov.